A day at the beach. Read, imagine, learn English through stories. One bright Saturday morning, the Carter family set off on a trip to sunny Shores Beach. It was a long-awaited outing, and everyone was excited. Mr. and Mrs. Carter had promised their children, Emma, Max, and Lucy, that they'd spend the whole day at the beach, playing in the sand and splashing in the waves. As soon as they arrived, Emma, the oldest at 12, grabbed her beach bucket and shovel. "Let's build the biggest sandcastle ever," she announced with a determined smile. Max, her energetic 10-year-old brother, and her younger sister Lucy, who was 8, and Max, cheered with excitement. The 3 children wasted no time, running down to the sandy shore and picking the perfect spot to start their sandcastle masterpiece. Mr. Carter set up a large, colorful umbrella nearby to provide shade, while Mrs. Carter spread out a big beach mat with snacks and drinks. She had packed sandwiches, juice boxes, and a few sweet treats, knowing that all the playing and running would make everyone hungry. The children quickly got to work on their sandcastle. Emma was in charge of building the tall, sturdy walls, and she used her shovel to dig deep into the wet sand, packing it tightly. Lucy focused on decorating. She carefully picked out small shells and smooth pebbles from along the shoreline and pressed them into the walls. Max, meanwhile, was determined to make the tallest towers. He used his little hands to scoop and stack the sand, making sure each tower reached higher than the last. While they worked, the waves gently rolled in, splashing just close enough to cool their feet. Max giggled as a small wave tickled his toes. "Look, the water's trying to join our castle," he shouted with a big smile. His sisters laughed, enjoying the playful waves just as much. As the morning went on, the sandcastle grew more impressive. It had tall towers, strong walls, and a moat that Max dug out, filling it with water using a small cup they had brought. Lucy added the finishing touches by placing a beautiful, shiny shell at the very top of one tower. "This is our royal castle," she declared, pleased with their work. Their parents watched with happy smiles. Mrs. Carter took out her camera to capture the children's proud expressions. "Say beach day," she called, and all 3 children shouted, "Beach day," while grinning from ear to ear. After all that hard work, it was time for a break. The children raced back to the mat, where they eagerly munched on sandwiches and drank refreshing juice. "This is the best day ever," Max exclaimed with his mouth full of food, making everyone laugh. Feeling re-energized, they decided to play a game of frisbee. Mr. Carter joined them, and together they tossed the frisbee back and forth. Sometimes the frisbee flew off into the sand, and they'd run after it, laughing and stumbling over their own feet. The warm sun and gentle sea breeze made everything feel perfect. As the afternoon sun began to dip, Mrs. Carter suggested they take a quick swim. The children squealed with excitement, running toward the waves. They splashed and played, feeling the cool water wash over them. Max pretended to be a dolphin, diving in and out of the shallow waves, while Emma and Lucy floated on their backs, looking up at the soft clouds drifting by. Finally, as the sun began to set and painted the sky in shades of pink and orange, the Carter family sat on their beach mat, admiring the beautiful view. The children were tired but happy, their cheeks pink from the sun and their hair tousled by the salty breeze. Mrs. Carter wrapped her arms around Lucy and Max, while Mr. Carter held Emma's hand. "Thank you for a wonderful day," Emma said softly, her eyes still on the glowing horizon. As they packed up and walked back to the car, the children turned to take one last look at their sandcastle, now standing proudly on the shore. They waved goodbye, knowing they would always remember this special day at the beach. And as they drove home, tired but content, the Carter family talked about all the fun they had and dreamed about the next time they could return to Sunny Shores Beach. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment and subscribe our channel.